Yo, welcome! The chat is working! The chat is working, my hands aren't. Oh my goodness. It's fucking working. Is it really? Is it really working? Do my eyes not deceive me? Oh my goodness, hello chat. Hello, welcome! My chat is working for once! It's about time! But yes, welcome. Welcome. We are gaming. How is everyone doing? We're doing good? Yeah? When was the last time we did an art stream? It's been a while. But yeah, you may remember the artwork. I did a stream for it. Well, actually, I did 2 streams for it a couple weeks back. Actually, over a month ago now. But because I put in a raffle and then time just slipped by me, I had to put it on a temporary back burner. But here, we're back at it again. Yes, look at it. Bask. We're back. We're gonna finish this off again. So for people who are either new or unaware or just weren't around when I was producing this fine, this one, if my hands actually work, come on. What is going on with this thing? Yeah, this. Can I point up? Hello. Look at my hand. Okay, this. Right? This is like my original design, right? Original character. Had it for years. For people who are unaware, I am actually selling this design. So I'm creating emotes. I'm creating splash art to go with it. You know, PNGs that are reactive. And I'm gonna sell it as a VTuber design, an original. If you want, here is the ref sheet here. So you can see that normally she has a long dress, really long hair, or long skirt. It's not really a dress, it's 2-piece. But then she's also got like cool ram legs. So this splash art is meant to be like, you know, I picture someone using it as like, like, maybe they might get custom font and do like starting soon right here and a chat down below here, you know? That's how I picture people using this artwork when it's finished. So that way, like, you know, they can have fun with it. I have a bunch of designs. So for context, for people who don't really know me, are new here, or just went around when I mentioned it, I love designing characters, and I once did a single character concept idea for the 88 constellations. And so this here is meant to be Aries the Ram. I didn't go by the zodiac, like, oh, I'm an Aries, that means I'm, I don't know, a fire sign maybe, I think, I don't know. I just went with the concept of what it was meant to symbolize and went from there. So that was kind of what inspired this more grim design, more fantastical, a bit more in the grayscale. I do have like more colorful designs, but this one is like, I feel like it's a good starter. The other I guess they're called adoptables in the community, aren't they? They're called adoptables. But the other adoptables, so what I plan to do is the 12 quote-unquote constellations. So that's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, you know what I mean. The zodiac ones. The constellations that are zodiacs, right? Those ones are going to be sold with splash arts like this. They're going to be sold with emotes, you know, the works. Whereas the other ones, because there's so many of them. There's 88 constellations, right? So only the zodiacs are getting special treatment, and then the rest are just going to be the concept sheets, you know? Concept sheets and reactive images. So that way, you know, or reactive PNGs. So that way they can start off as a PNG VTuber, you know? So yeah, I haven't gauged the price of what I'm planning on plan on selling these for. I'm gonna base it based on my commission prices. But other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna sell these for. That's kind of why I've been more hesitant to put like these up for sale. Not because there's like an attachment to these characters. I haven't used these characters in years. I probably won't ever use these characters, so I'm fine with letting them go. Excuse me. I'm fine with letting them go to someone who will actually get use out of their designs rather than letting them die with me, per se. So I'm gonna sell them and let someone else give like a new breath of fresh air to the character designs. And obviously, like, whoever gets them, they can like do whatever the fuck they want with it. They can add other like outfits to it. They can expand on the lore, you know, change up the design a little bit. Basically, the base concept, that's theirs. It's basically, I'm handing over a copyright. That's basically what it's gonna be. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, let me take a sip of my drink. I got Solo. Solo. But yeah. So we're trying to finish this splash out. Ah! Is that the king next? Damn, we got royalty in the chat. Holy shit. He says as he is a prince VTuber himself. Did you know that? I am meant to be a fucking prince and I somehow creamed that royalty in the chat. You know, make that make sense. I don't fucking know. Temporarily forgot my lore a little bit. Oops. Cute progress. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, this is Aries. Let me just remember what the layers are. Like I mentioned before. Okay, yeah, that's it. What is... I don't think that's correct, is it? Huh? Oh, okay. Open the folder. You get the more shit in it. Yeah. Get out roiled? Motherfucker. One day I will be king. One day I will be king. Yeah, I'm really liking how this one's turning out. Yeah. I can't wait to see, like, obviously when this is finished, right? When this is finished and sold and is off to a new person, I wonder what they do with it. Because I'm going to mainly sell it so the whole idea is that the person receiving it is going to stream with it. That's the whole point of it. Like, that they're going to just create content with it. But I want to know, like, I can't wait to see what, like, their future owner will do with their idea. Because obviously, like, this idea, right, of the character design, it's cool. It's alright. But, like, depending on the person who gets it, they could, like, exceed far beyond my expectation. Yeah, VTuber adopts. Don't steal my idea, please. I know I'm not the only one to do this, but please, no. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, more to the market, you know? There needs to be more cooler designs out there. Like, not to throw shade at, like, VTubers in general, because obviously that would be a shitty thing to do. But there are so many VTuber designs that it's just the same mojo, or, like, same bozo all over again. Like, I'll use the easy concept of Pink Cat Girl VTuber. Like, it's very, very common, you know? I'll run you out of business, Kev. I'd love to see you try. But yeah, like, for just easy example, you know? You see the common Pink Cat Girl VTuber, right? That's a very common VTuber idea, right? Well, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. I want to see more variety in the VTuber community. I feel like after the fact that the VTuber boom has come and gone, now is like the time for innovation in the community where new flavors of VTubers can come out. You know, So that's why I'm starting with Aries, because her design's a bit more unique. You know, like, name me a few VTubers that have this sort of design that are popular right now. You can't really. Like, maybe you could name like the odd few. I can't, but like, that's exactly the point. It's not like a common thing. So like, I don't know. I feel like putting designs out there where people can like be like, yes, I feel this one meshes with my entire aesthetic and what I want to be. You know? Boom. Now they're that person. It's like, back in my early days of VTubing, I actually used to love looking at adoptable VTuber design sheets, you know, where people would sell like ref sheets, scabs, everything, where obviously like they were like quitting being a VTuber and so they were selling all their assets and whatever. I used to love looking at them because there was so many nice designs and I would sit there like, oh my god, like if only I wasn't a character designer and I was happy with my design, I would take this one and this one and this one. Like, that gave me some serious restraint because some of it was like I was willing to buy them just so I can have the character design and give it to like a person I knew. That was my ingenious plan, was like, oh, this is a cute VTuber design, buys and then gives to like a friend to use. But like, a lot of them were like over $1,000, so like, you think I have that kind of fucking money? I think I'm that kind of demon? The fuck? But yeah, oh god. There's so many out there that's like so good. So yeah. So this is the hair, yeah? Yeah, this is the hair. And this is the layer on top, yeah? It is. Okay. Let's go up. Onion this. And I reckon because I want excuse me, I've been having the coughs as late, I don't know why. Because as you can see with like the background here, how it sort of goes like a blue shading in the background, I kind of want it to be a bit more reminiscent of it being nighttime. I want this to have sort of an eerie feel to it. So we're going to shade with a blue. Normally I shade with purples, right? You may know me for shading for my purples and highlighting with my yellows, right? But that's known for putting colors in it. I'm putting like vibrant, lighter, warmer colors into like a base palette. Here I'm going to put cooler colors in. So I'm going to bring, basically I'm going to bring this vibrance down because she's already quite red. A lot of her hues like quite warm already. So like she doesn't like exactly need it to make her more vibrant. If anything, adding the blue shading will like just bring back the more vibrance. Actually sound masculine. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. I'll take that compliment. Excuse me. I bet someone's getting flashbacks of like their fucking dad in the morning. You know, where he's like in the fucking bathroom. I hope I'm not peeking the mic doing that. Oh my god, please. There we go. Someone in chat right now. I remember my dad once before he went to get the milk. Cammy reminded me that my dad went to get the milk 15 years ago. He's been gone quite a while. I wonder what's taking him so long. Jesus Christ. Milk? What's milk? What's a dad? Y'all got either? Oh shit. Damn, imagine having a dad. I say that as if like I don't have a dad, but I do. Oops. It's okay, he doesn't watch my shit, so he doesn't know I just made that joke. My dad would very much be the type where you make a joke and he just doesn't understand. He's like, what do you mean by that? Why would you say that? I'm still in your life. That's not a very nice thing to say about your dad. Think I give a fuck. It's funny. It's called a little haha. Little haha moment. Cam's got a dad and a dad. Whoa, 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 whoa. What you trying to say, chat? What you trying to say, chat? Huh? What are you trying to say, motherfucker? Listen. I know who you watch. Get what you say. I know who the fuck you watch. I was gonna say I know where you live, but that'd be too meta. That'd be a little bit too spooky. Leave me out of this. Yeah. Lord drop. I know where that motherfucker lives. That actually reminds me, chat. So ages ago, I bought something from, I mean, like, fuck, it would have been years ago at this stage. But I bought an object from Nex in the chat, right? And I had it posted. Took a fucking like month to go from like wherever Nex lived to like where I lived, you know? So it took fucking like by the time I got it, I felt like I was fucking like ready for retirement. It took a while, you know? But I remember when I got it, you know, like when you get a package from a friend, like if they pack it in their own house, you can smell like what their house smells like in the package. So I was like, okay, you know, like I'm gonna get a package from a friend, that's fine, whatever. And when I opened the package, I didn't smell anything. I was like, what the fuck? Like this should be like a smell, right? Like, because normally when like you get a package from anyone, you could kind of smell what their house smells like. That sounds really weird to say, but like it's true. And it didn't smell like anything. This motherfucker don't have a smell. And then I realized that if it doesn't smell like anything, chances are it probably means that where I live and where he lives smells the exact same. Which is horrifying if you think about it. Because that means that two motherfuckers from complete opposite sides of the globe have the exact same smelling house. It's cool, yeah, it's cool, but like science-wise, that's a little bit scary. Also, that package was full of cat hair. I remember that. That was kind of funny. It was like every time I opened up a little piece of the package trying to get to it, like if there was any tape or something, there was just straight up cat hair just in the tape. I was like, what is this? It's such a weird concept to me that own something that used to be mine. We're literally polar opposites on the globe. It's like, I don't know, it's cool. We were actually the same person from different dimensions. True. It's kind of scary when you think about it. You know, I smell the same, you smell the same. I play VR chat, you play VR chat. I like gay men, you... I like Genshin, you like Genshin. You know, like... Genshin men. Yes, Genshin men. True, they are really good, eh? Oh. There we go. We're in sync. See? It's like that one Spider-Man meme. Have you seen the one Spider-Man meme where it's like, I'm gay for you, and you're gay for me. Spider-Man, why are you gay for this guy? I don't know, he's talking stupid. Like, oh shit. Okay, so we got a problemo here. Let me get rid of this watermark so I can actually fucking shade. So we need to grab this. There we go. That way I can actually shade a little bit better. And not have it be like fucked. Wait, are you drawing with your mouse? No. I'm drawing with a stylus. Yeah, because I was clicking shit around. Like, I switched between the two. Oh my god. I'm not that much of a psycho. Jeez. What do you take me for? Some kind of nut job? Lol. Imagine if I did, like... Imagine if I did create with just, like... a mouse. Do you know how many people would fucking mold on TikTok over that discovery alone? This motherfucker! Don't you have buttons on your pen? I do. I hate using them though. I hate using them. I find them like, honestly, if I just put my brain to it and actually learn how to use it, I could probably get like good use out of it. But like, it's been years I've never done that, so like, I probably never will. Make one the undo and one the color dropper. Yeah. I literally have an undo button on my tablet itself that I can reach with my pointer finger, but I have my whole ass second hand on my keyboard with Control Z ready to go. Like, I'm a bit boomered. Like, that's what you hear the clicking, like my keyboard clicking sound. That's me doing Control Z right now. Just claim to be a mouse artist or clout. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll get cancelled for being a fucking liar. But the cloud. I'm just kidding. Felt? Yes, yes. There we go. Now, you're not lying, you're just part of the mouse artists. So you're a part-time mouse artist, so you're fine, yeah? Let's go. We're being mouse artists. We're gonna deceive the internet. It wouldn't be the first time someone's done that. I'm sure someone out there is, like, currently pretending to be a mouse artist right now. It's too obvious, though, that I'm not a mouse artist, because, like, you'd see with, like, the pen weights, like, it's too obvious that that's hand done. Like, obviously you can fake it with a mouse, but it's too... I don't know, I feel like it's too obvious. Personally speaking, that is. Shit. There we go. An untrained eye would have no idea. True, we just gotta deceive the children. I realized how fucked that was saying that out. The children will have no idea. You just tell them I'm a mouse artist and then cry when adult artists call me out. And the children will take my back and be like, yeah, what he said. That's not really how that goes, right? That's not really how professional manipulators do it. You just weaponize the children. It's like in the artist community, it was like, I think the animation community. There was this artist that was like infamously known for being a tracer. And would weaponize their child audience. It was such a wild situation as well. Also, the funny meme is they turned out to be a pedophile, so... you know, funny about that. You know, like the person that... like weaponizes and has a close connection with their childlike audience, you know. Oh, like, you would never think. Funny about that. Oh, yeah. I don't know, something about, it's always like a certain type of content creator where if they're really close to their child audience, like if they cater to children content and then they're like literally to the point where they're having one-on-one conversations with those said children, there's something seriously like wrong upstairs. Like that's, I don't know, that's like a red flag in my book. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm an adult. I don't know about you. I can't confirm all your ages, right? That'd be weird of me just walking up and be like, give me your ID right now, I need to confirm. But, like, I can confirm that I'm an adult, right? I don't like having conversations with children. I find it weird because I'm an adult. Like, obviously, if it's like, I don't know, like a child you see IRL and they're like, I like Pokemon. It's like, oh, that's great, kid. Like, it's Pog. You know, I don't know shit about Pokemon. I don't know why I use that example. But, like, if it's like that, then whatever, that's fine. But, like, when it's like you're having, like, a normal adult friendship with a minor, there's something seriously psychologically fucked going on 110% of the time. Like, name me one adult that has a lifelong friend that's, like, started off as, like, a minor. You can't name one. Can't name one. You know why? Because they're in fucking jail. You can't name one. You can't. They're all in jail. 'Cause they're weird. No exceptions. 'Cause that's actually technically not normal behavior of an adult. No, I knew someone that was like 24 and was the head of an admin of a roleplay group for My Hero Academia fans that were like 8 to 12. Like, bro, what is your adult ass doing? Exactly. Like, it's one thing if, for example, you make a certain type of content you enjoy and the unfortunate thing is that children flock to it. That's one thing. But, like, there are times where people make, like, straight up childish content. Like, people, I remember there was this one Roblox creator, right? Like, obviously, I didn't watch them. I found out through the grapevine. But they used to love making Roblox content. Now, everyone knows that Roblox, while it's a good nostalgic game to play, there's a lot of children there. I still play Roblox from time to time. But you have to be so aware that you're in a space filled with children. You have to be so aware of that. And you also have to be like, okay, like, technically I'm the guest here. Like, I need to be fucking sane and normal, you know? Because, like, to do anything outside of that is kind of fucking weird, champ, you know? But, like, there was one Roblox YouTuber, and they were, like, literally inviting, like, kids onto their, like, platform to play games with them and create videos with them. And then everyone was surprised that this guy turned out to be a pedo. Like, like, it's, I don't know, like, I feel like, obviously, if it's children, they're gonna be surprised because they're the target. They're not gonna be aware. Or, like, if it's so niche, like, I don't know, like some skibbity toilet shit, then adults probably won't even know because they're just not aware of the grounds that that's happening in. But, like, I don't know, there's so many weird motherfuckers out there. Roblox is fun though. It is fun. I love Roblox. There's this game right now called the Roblox Pikmin. I love that so much. I love Pikmin. I never played the original Pikmin game, but I love Roblox Pikmin. I love being the big fat thing and eating all the little Pikmin and making the children cry. I love making children cry. Because, like, I've gotten really good at being that really big monster thing that eats all the Pikmin. And I like joining the server because they're all, like, normally being really chill, maybe bullying the big thing, like, the big baddie. And then I join the server and I'm like, alrighty, I've had a shit day at work today. Let's bully some children online. Use my micro fucking game skills, like, oh my god. Roblox is from our childhood. They can't kick us out of our own home. Yeah, that's what they all say. And boom, menopause. I don't know why I thought of menopause as the first. I don't know. Why did I go with menopause of all? Cammy, as a trans man, that's a little too real. Damn. That's hours. I was trying to process that joke. Okay, for people who are either next or too young to understand the chat Twitch, what the fuck you're doing here? Go back to doing homework or something. I don't know. Menopause. menopause is, okay, you know what like a period is, yeah? Like women period, you know, blah blah, whatever. It's basically when a woman is like in her 50s, right? It's that shit. When she like stops having the periods and then goes through hot flushes. That's menopause. Either that or when trans men start taking hormones. They also go through double puberty, where they go through male puberty and female menopause at the same time. What a fun time! What a fun time! I know what menopause is? Ah, damn. So I had to explain that for no reason? Damn. Oh, thank God. You brought my faith back in humanity just a little bit. I thought you had no idea. Woo! Okay, let me just do this so I can not affect this layer. Nope. Other way. I didn't know that. I'm offended. Wait, what didn't you know? Wait. Did I actually just educate you on menopause? Oh, yeah, we did it, chat. We educated Nix. He is now enlightened. Oh, what does that have to do with Roblox? I have no idea. I went on a little tangent there. I thought I was free from that shit? Nah, you're never free from that shit, man. That's what they don't tell ya. It's one of the... By the way, have fun transitioning. Oh, by the way. Enjoy the hot flushes. Yeah. That's why... If I could have picked what type of trans I was going to be, I would have picked the opposite. I would have picked the opposite because it's actually like, to transition, it's easier. It's fucking easier. It's cheaper and easier, dude. It's easier, man. All you have to do is wear makeup and bitch. Here we go. Watch this. Boom. Overlay. Boom. There you go. Now we can see this is very, very blue. Alright. I did that on purpose. And for a very good reason. Because we're going to pull this to a grey. Like that, okay? So it's a bit lighter. And then we're gonna multiply. So it becomes a bit darker. There we go. Just like that. So we can see there's like a little bit of details that just determine what's what. Fuda gang? Oh god. Not the Fuda gang! Shit! Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna do the lightning of this. And so what that looks like is it's gonna look like this. Kind of like that. And then like this. That actually doesn't look right, so I'm gonna undo all that. Might do something else. Okay. So I reckon we're gonna do that and that. We're gonna just draw some lines for now. Like that there. Bit like that. And then we can use the blend tool. We're gonna do fingertip because it's like a, I don't know, fuck you, it's like a fingertip. I don't know how to describe that shit. Just watch it. See, it like pulls it, right? Yeah, like this. See? So now we're gonna just bend this to our will until we're kind of happy with the results. It'll be a bit fiddly if you're more new to using the fingertip smudging tool. It will be just a little bit fiddly, but basically you keep playing with it until you're happy with the results, or until you know a little bit what the fuck you're doing. One of the two. One of the two. Wait, whoa. I normally like to go with how I've shaded the hair, because then it kind of like blends together rather than it fighting itself. A little bit like that. It'll only be little bits at first, right? But eventually you'll get the hang of it. This one's gonna be a big bit here, so this one's gonna be kind of hard to fingertip. But basically, what I was trying to hint to my future self with this like line is that I wanted it to be all the way on the edge. That's why I drew this part really long. So I have to make this work. And then with the fingertip tool here, I can kind of pull it down. I'm going to pull it back up here a little bit, just so it's a little glow, not too much. A little bit like that. So that way it's kind of unpredictable, like hair. You'll have to, with this technique, you sometimes have to undo a lot because sometimes your hand will do unpredictable things. It's just the way it is. Because my hands are very quick thinking and jittery at times, so I have to undo a lot. That's fine. I make do with what I do. And I get the results that I get. There we go. Okay, there we go. So now it's kind of got that sort of highlighting there. Looks a little bit funny, but that's alright. So we do overlay. Like that. And add. Right? And we're going to do here, select. No. Filter, blur. Gaussian blur. Just going to blur it out a bit. So it's got a little bit of a blue to it. Alright, so you can see the difference here. That's without it, that's with it. So it's only a little bit of a blue blur. And so now we're gonna do add again. And we're gonna add just like a normal white on top. Just a little itty bitty glow. We can easily erase if we add too much. Or we can easily deepen the layer opacity. Like so. There we go. And there we go, we got simple hair. Simple hair with simple technique. Now what I'm also gonna do is I'm also going to pull with the thumb tool this white strand here, because this white strand, while it looks cool, since we're going with a more what's it called? A more realistic kind of shading, but not really. I want to make it not as harsh here. There we go. That way it kind of blends in a bit more, kind of like that. That way it's less harsh lines and more like of a subtle transition. There we go. Next, we got the skin. The skin again, we can just shade with blue. Now, it's going to be easy to shade this because luckily her base skin is just grey. So we're fine. We can pretty much add like as much color as we want to this. And there won't be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover a lot of her face with shade. And then do this. Reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to make the shading two-toned. So I need it to be a bigger area than normal. Kind of like this. First we got our general shading from just the clothing in general. And then we got the body shading. Now making the body shading a bit more harsh. The reason why I am doing this is because the lighting is in a more awkward location. Like that. Pen is lagging. Stop lagging. There we go. Now I'm noticing here the shading where I've done this sort of flick here doesn't actually make sense, so I'm gonna fix that. Because normally that would be if the light was coming from underneath, but not on top. And actually, by the way things look, I won't be able to shade that little hair in. So it means we can't include that. Oh well, it happens. Sometimes you want to shade little details in, but the way the lighting's going, you actually can't. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And you can kind of see there where the harsh shading, it's kind of doing its trick a little bit. There we go. Oh, forgot the shoulder nearly. There we go. And what we can do as well is we can get an eraser. If we're worried that we've, removed too much shading, we can also change the shape up a bit. Go on with an eraser and just remove some of it. Kind of like that. You can kind of go back and forth with it. Kind of like that. There. Now, what did I mean by we're making this multi-shading? Well, firstly, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go up one, do that, and we're going to slide this over to a purple. I know what I said about not adding purples, but for this, I want to add just a little bit. Like so. What this is going to do is it's going to make the shading a bit more dynamic on the body and have a bit more of a color depth range to it. So then when we merge this together and put it on, you can kind of see it pulling an effect there. So then when I click multiply, it won't look well because I won't have done effects to it yet. But when I do that, you can kind of see, bringing the opacity down, that it brings the color back in. Kind of makes it look smoky and nice. Obviously, like, I still need to do stuff to it to make it look nice, but you know the basic gist. You know the basic gist. So now we're just gonna make it softer. Like that. Like that. And like that. There we go. So then when we add multiply, it comes down and you can kind of see the shading working in. It's come in really harshly on the gray tone, but it's also kept to the grey tone as well. And we've added a purple underlight. What we can also do is we can copy this, which brings it even darker. But then what we can do as well is we can then dictate where this darkness is. Like that. So it makes it nice and deep, a nice deep color. And we can kind of see what the world lighting is going to look like now that we've done that. We can also add some blur in there. So that way we can affect it a bit. Let's do it like here maybe. Because now that we have two, two layers doing the exact same thing, but one with blurred effects, it will still have the lines there, but they'll be more fainter now. That's kind of the goal of that. We don't really need to add skin highlights because this will be a dark scene and the skin's already so pale. We've pretty much already added in the highlights, so we kind of don't need to do that. Which is that's pretty much the best part about having a character with such fair skin, is that sometimes you can get away with dealing with lighting. Sometimes, especially when it's grey, you can make the shading mimic the lighting, which is really nice. So now we've got these parts. So we got the mesh top and the fuzzy legs. So here we got basic shading on the feet. That's, you know, cookie cut basic stuff. Firstly, I'm going to put my focus up here. So firstly, I've noticed that this, I want it to be a little mesh. Right? I don't want it to be some generic ass shit. I want it to be a mesh. Twitch, why is that not doing its thing? There we go. There we go. And then we can just make it softer. So it adds a little bit of texture in. Then we can add this and add some shading in. We'll make it a nice light blue. So this is going to be our shading. I'm going to make it pull out a bit more. There we go. It'll be a nice harsh blue for now, but it will work in a bit. You'll see. You'll see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to grab this leg here and fill. But then, because it's such a big space that I want to shade, I'm going to do this. There we go. So kind of like that, right? And the reasoning for that is when we pull it down, it will do the exact same thing as the hair and the skin. So we're trying to simulate a similar effect. So again, we're gonna fill it in. And this time I want the shading to be on just the foot. Like that. And the knee. Like so. So then, when we add normal, so I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. It'll look a little bit like this. So you can kind of see what role it's playing now with the lighting. So we're going to be on a bit harsh with the legs. Don't worry, we'll pull it out. So now we're going to pull it out with the shading. So let's get the eraser going. Put on soft. There we go. And again here. So now we need to grab this other leg here, and I don't want it to be affected. Hello, I said I don't want it to be affected. Crazy. Like so, and like so. Like that. And also I'm just gonna quickly fix this. There we go. Kinda like that. And then when we put it on multiply, it will look a bit like this. Nice and blue. And we can also see that it's got a harsh lighting to it. And because it's such a dark color and we're going on with such a dark shading, it almost does what we want on the legs when it comes to the shading. On this mesh part over here, it's already doing the highlights for us, so we don't need to worry about that. On the fur though, where it's a bit red, I want to pull that red out a bit like I did with the hair, because I want it to be a bit more blue, a bit more of a cooler tone. So I'm going to pull it out. So we're going to go in like this, and I'm going to start adding in highlights. It's only going to be a little bit, it won't be much. Just literally the tiniest little bits possible. Because this is already like really well shaded. I don't want to overwhelm it any further than what it has to. And then we're gonna do this. We're gonna add in, not eraser, fingertip. Because it is meant to be hair. There we go. So only just a little bit. Then we're going to invert it. No, that is invert it. Invert it. There we go. And what this is going to do is this is going to help us make this look like there's a little bit of light. Because depending on the certain hair types will like react to light differently. And so when it's more finer hair, it bounces back. Whereas when it's more curly hair, it doesn't bounce back as much. So it will look like this. And then what we can do is we can go on to add. And there we go, we got a little glare. And we can kind of see what it's trying to do there. Oh, let me just add in a little... Oops. Whoops. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now you can kind of see the highlights coming in. Kind of like that. And with all the blue shading as well, it makes it look a little bit grim as well. It looks a lot eerie. You can kind of see that I'm doing like light shading naturally, like adding basically the nighttime feel to it already without even trying. And that red from the mesh upper part of the top that's poking through is like really stark. That's another thing I want as well, which I'm glad that's coming through really nicely. Because with these little details like her eyes, the airy sign on her top, I want those to be as stark as possible so they stick out on her design, regardless of the lighting that she's in. Which I'm glad that's doing really well. And now we've got her bikini and her hooves. So firstly, I'm gonna go in with the hooves because that's the fucking easiest part of my life. My god. So what you don't know, because I accidentally left it out, but her hooves are meant to have that sort of design to it. I forgot to add it when I drew her hooves. There we go. Like that. It's just meant to be some cool little underlayer feature. There we go. And then that will start matching like that. And then we go up a layer. Nope, we did the wrong layer type. I don't want to do that layer type, I want to do this layer type. And so now we've gotten that underlayer bit. We can now add the shading. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use the marker tool because it's easier. And then we can erase using soft. There we go. And then multiply. Oh, that's darken, not multiply. There we go. Now, because this is meant to be a hoof, I want it to be a bit lighter and a bit sharper as well. Hooves are similar in texture to fingernails. They're basically a horse or deer or Mise's like fingernail. So it's a similar sort of texture. So if you can picture it, it makes it a bit, if you picture it like a fingernail, it makes it a bit easier to shade and like color. So a bit like that. Let me stretch. There. So now we've got the hooves colored. Now we need the bikini colored. Not colored, shaded. Same thing. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to add some color. Let them know we mean business. And then erase it back, just to make it softer. And just do that one again. There we go. That doesn't look quite right with this one here. There we go. Kind of like that. And because it's also red on top, I'm gonna pull this back and I'm gonna try and be gentle with the highlights because it is a fabric. I don't want it to be overwhelming. There we go. Kind of like that. Then I think it's the eyes, yeah? So, oh yeah, so it's the back of the eyes. These are called the sclera. So we're going to shade it with the blue. Again, so we're going to just keep with the blue. I'm going to shade these like normal, just for the time being. Because either way, the eyelids would be simulating the same drop. Like that. And then I like that. There we go. There we go. So now we're just gonna shade this. We're just gonna do basic shading for the eyes. I'm not gonna do anything special. I feel like the lighting does that already. Here there is a darker gray, so I'm gonna grab that. Go around just a bit. Like this. And then we can go in with an eraser like this. Multiply. Hi hi! Welcome, welcome! Look what we got so far. Look at the shading! Nice, nice! Looking good. Thank you, thank you. And then we got the light blue for the highlights. This won't have the same effect because it's gonna be on a lighter sort of scene, but we're gonna do sort of like a heart round like this, then kind of erase with the soft brush here, and then add kind of like that, because that's where the light would generally be coming from on the eyes. There we go. We got the character pretty much almost shaded. So now we got the effects of the nails and the eyes, and then we can color the liner and add the eye highlights. Watching the subtitles is funny. I can only imagine it being fucking funny. Like it's gonna be struggling with my fucking accent and the fact that I'm mumbling so goddamn hard. It's trying its best. It's trying its best. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Oh my god. Okay, so I reckon what we can do here is I'll hide the liner, hide everything. That's right, Cammy's doing his fucking shit again. We're doing the shit. Hide the lug, hide the wife, hide the children. What else am I going to be hiding? This? This. There we go. Okay. So now, this might look a bit confusing, this next part. But watch this. Save duplicate. PNG. These colors. Okay, so now we can bring this all back. Come back, gang! Come back, gang! Oh, shit. There we go. Okay, and then in here we can bring the line up back. Alright. You might be wondering, Cam, what did you just do just now? Well, I like doing a little trickaroony. What we do is do open. You find the layer we just saved to, and we open it. It will save if you're smart and you get rid of the background and only save the colors you want. You can get all the shading you've just done, right? Get all the shading you just done and save it on a transparent layer. And then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. So if I do this, oh shit, now it's on top. You know? And so now what I can do is I can click this button and it will only sticky it itself onto the liner. So if I make it lighter, you can see the liner underneath. So I'll do filter, blur, gotcha. Like that. Now it's not going to be perfect. It's doing its best, but it's basically what you get. When you do this trick. It basically, what its purpose, what I like to do here is it saves your time when it comes to doing coloring line art, and it also gives a unique look. Watch. If I do this. See what it's doing? I can then use it to get certain effects back. Just like that. And look at that, line art's nicely colored. Obviously, like, I'll have to do other things to make it a bit better. Add little details here and there, actually draw on top of it to make sure it looks all nice, but basically it's a shortcut. It colors your line art for you similar to what's actually there. Looking good. Watching YouTube subtitles is funny YouTube subs struggle so much with my voice too, yeah. Excuse me, let me just quickly get my drink. I gotta open a fresh one because the last one was actually quite empty. Don't open it with your teeth, guys. Don't do what I do. I damage my teeth doing that. They're like weirdly blunt on one side of my jaw. So I take like 5 hours out of my own time to subtitle most of my videos. I'm too lazy to do that. See, I'm lucky. I have 2 mods that are like hard of hearing, right? And they do it for me. I literally have given them the perms to do it for me. Whether they do or don't, I don't know. But like, they literally have the ability to correct stuff if they want to. They can write anything in there and I would be none the wiser. Oh god. People can't enjoy my content if they can't understand half of what I'm saying. That is true. Trick-a-rooney, trick-nee-nee according to subs. Oh god. It's trying its best. It's trying its best. There we go. So now what I can do here is I can shade this. So basically I'm going to correct these eye highlights here. There we go. And then we can do overlay. Nope, that is the wrong ass button. Add. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna actually we could just, what we can do, because it's not listening to me, motherfucker, is we could just do this. There we go. It's doing its own thing. There we go. Grab the eye here. There we go. Then we could color in the pupil. There. And then what we can do as well, instead of doing what I just did, is I can then color in the lip like this. There we go. And then, with that being done, I can then do this. And then what we can do is narrow. Whoa. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we add that layer type. There we go. Do that, do that. And then we can narrow like this, where it goes a bit more subtle. Like that. Because it's meant to be subtle with a like eye red thing. Because she's meant to have like fantastical eyes, but also I don't want it to be too obvious. go. There we go. And then I can do here is I can then do this. Just on the outer bit, so that way it's not as sharp. Like so. So it's a very subtle thing with the reds in her eyes. Like they're still there, but they're not as prominent anymore. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a black. And I'm gonna go straight over these eyes here. Because I want to see what I can do with it. So I'm going to do that, so that way it's nice and light. Like that. And like that. Like so. And then we can go over like this with our blue. I'm not going to go over with the white, I'm going to go over with the blue. Or light blue. And this one here. Kind of like so. Add, and like that we got the eye highlights, like so. And to also add effects to the eye highlights, we can do this, directly line on top. Only a little bit, not a lot. And just like that, you'll be adding like a little bit of shade from the highlight where the eyelid is meant to be covering. And just like that, you've shaded a character in like a moonlight setting. That's not the only thing we're gonna do though. I'm gonna save that like that. So let me just save it. There we go. I'm also gonna rid of everything that's around it. There we go. I'm going to save that as an external PNG face character. There we go. Oops. Open. It's kind of like this. So now we got like this here. You won't be able to see the difference because it's like literally what we've just taken out of the thing. Until we make a copy so we can have it keepsies forever. And we're gonna make it all blue. All the one blue. Did I do that? I don't think I did. All the one blue. There we go. So now, we do that. Add a hard purple. Do that. Oops. There we go. So now if we do overlay, nope, that is the wrong ass thing. First we merge it, there we go, then we do overlay. And so now we can see we've added a bunch of color to it. But the thing is, we gotta remember, I didn't want to add color, right? You can see I wanted this sort of effect, but I didn't want to add color. So now that we've got the shading, what we can do here is then we can go to soft and erase the bright parts. So erasing mainly the primary areas. Whilst keeping the older areas as well. This gets rid of most of it, that's okay. Like so. And so it adds a little bit of color back into it, but it's not so much that's going to be overwhelming. It's still like primarily blue. Like so. And then we're going to bring it to 50, and there we go. So you can see the difference. That's the difference there. So original, or edit. Okay. Then we're gonna do the same thing again. Take that. And then we're gonna go with overlay. Kind of like that. And we're gonna erase it a bit. We're basically gonna be erasing until it's the right color. Because remember, we wanted her to be in the darkness. So I can really get, thank you. We wanted her to be in the darkness, so I don't want her to be very easily visible. There we go. Like that. And then like so. And then we're gonna go add with the glow. Maybe you're wondering, Cambion, I thought you just said, like, what the fuck? Like, you just said that you didn't want them to be easily visible. That is true. But you gotta remember, there's a light that's emanating from a direction. This will help me put emphasis on that. On that light that's coming from the direction. If I don't do that, it looks funny. There you go. That's without, that's with. Without, with. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So it kind of looks like that. Oh my god, my leg's caught on my chair. No. There we go. So there you go. That's kind of what the shading is going to be on the final, like the entire piece. You can kind of see, this is why I enjoy shading the character first, because then you get to see the rest of the background coming together with the character. And with all the blue shading, it gives off like a nice, pretty, gloomy effect. And then the slight purples, like on the sides of the body, on the forehead, you know, in the hair a little bit. It makes it a little bit more vibrant as well. So it's not like we're just completely ripping all the reds out of it. There's still like traces of red somewhere and warm hues somewhere in there. We're just struggling to see it. And then like the red parts of her sclera's, under her hoof, on her bikini top and bottom, you know, they're poking out really nicely, which are helping put definition to her shape as well in the harsh shading and lighting. And just like that, what we can do then, we can copy and paste this filter, blur, Gaussian blur, just like that. Take it off of that, because we don't want it to actually affect the lighting. And we put it underneath. And what that's going to do then is that's going to put the lighting effect on the background, as if she's glowing. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm coughing so much. And just like that, she's like already, even though we haven't done much with the background, you could see she's like slowly, naturally blending into the background because of that little glow we added to her. That's kind of how we do that. That's kind of how we do that. So I'll let you guys take a look at it for a bit. Just to see the progress so far. There we go. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Hmm? Let me just take another sip of my drink. There we go. Now, I know it's been a while since we got to getting back to this artwork, but we have been live for 2 hours and we're getting a little bit exhausted. As you've been hearing all stream, I have been coughing quite a lot, so I'm a little bit under the weather. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this stream short, but don't worry, we'll continue this one next week. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish it. That's a shame, but situations happen. But yeah, I hope you guys like the progress so far. I'll post this around, and I'll see you guys next week for hopefully the final version of this, like, for this artwork, you know, like, we get to actually finish it. Like, come on, man. Come on, Cambion, it's been ages. You gotta finish this, Cambion. But yeah. Tomorrow I'll be live a bit earlier rather than later. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Oh my god, my hand's in my chest. Huh. That's a little bit wacky, not normal. Look at that. I think my shit's broken. I didn't know that. Why are you doing that? Why are you broken? Oh, well. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.